Welcome to Programming Rainbow. In this video, we will continuing on the series of Beginner's Guide to SDL2 in the Odin language. Okay, this is video number 6. So if you're just starting out with this video, you'll want to go to github.com, Programming Rainbow, Beginner's Guide to SDL2 in Odin. You want to git clone that repository, move inside of it, and remember this is video number 6. So the code that you'll find in the top level is the final code. So since this is video number 6, you'll want to grab the code from video number 5, copy that, paste it into the top level, and you will be where we are in this video right now. So we're starting out with what we ended off with video 5. Let's just take a look at it. And let's run this. So we have a window that we can close. We can change the background color. We have a background image being displayed, and we have a true type font loaded and a text being displayed that says Odin. Okay, in this video we will have this text automatically move around the screen and bounce off the edges. So this will be a pretty quick one, I think. So let's dive in. So we're not loading any new modules or looking at any new functions or anything like that. So I don't really have anything to show there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new procedure, and it's going to be to update. So we got initialize, we have load media, we have ran background, then we have game. Above the game run, I am going to say text update. And this procedure is going to be the same like all the others, where it takes in a pointer to a game, struct. And this is not going to be returning any error because this is basically happening in the game loop. It's going to be called in the game loop, and I'm just moving the rect around. I'm not really interested in any errors. So I'm going to make another constant at the top, and this is going to be the velocity at which the text moves around. So right up here, I'm going to call this text vel, and I'm going to give it 3. So this 3, this is roughly taking place at 60 times a second. So this 3 will happen 60 times a second. So it'll be moving at about 180 pixels per second, roughly. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to update the X and the Y of the text through the rect. But then I want to check to see if it bounces off the wall. So let's just update it first. So we could say G text rect, and we'll take the X, and I will just say plus equals the text velocity. And we can do the same for the Y. Okay. And then down here, first we're checking for events. Key presses a different state. Then we're updating the game, and then we're drawing it. So in between here, I'm going to call this, and this is just going to be text update. And we do need it's already a pointer here. So we do need to pass the G in. And so what should happen is when we should see Odin start at the top left of the screen and just start moving down to the right, because the Y is getting bigger and the X is getting bigger each time. So it's going to move diagonally down, and then it's just going to go off the screen and keep on going. Okay, let's see if that's what happens. Okay, there it goes, and there goes off the screen. So we want it to kind of bounce around the screen. So what we can do is after we update it, we can check it. We're going to be going different directions here. So I can say if X is less than 0, I can have it be in a positive direction. Let me I believe I have a variable that I'm using here. Two variables, sorry. Two variables that are in the game struct. Let me just look up here. Yeah, I do. I have two I32s, and that the reason why I'm using I32s is because that's what's already being used in the struct. So there's no, I don't have to marshal the types around or anything. So I'm going to create those. Oops. This is because my velocity is 3, but sometimes I want it to be positive 3, and sometimes I want it to be negative 3. And the same with the x and the y. So I'm going to have these variables being held in the game struct that is going to hold that, whereas velocity is always 3. We don't know if it's positive or minus, but it is always 3. Xvel, we'll say text xvel, and we'll say it's an I32. Yvel, I32. Okay. So then down here, instead of using the constant directly, I'm going to say g text xvel, and here I'll say g text yvel. So this is adding it every time, but this may be a negative number. So maybe adding a negative number or adding a positive number. So if this is 3 positive and this is at 0, the first time around it becomes 3, then 6, then 9, 12. And if this is at 12 and this suddenly turns into a negative number, it's going to add a negative 3. So we're going to have 12 and then 9 and then 6 and then 3 and then 0. Okay? So the first thing we can do is we can check if x, the easiest one is if x is less than, so we know x is the left side of our image. So if it hits the left side of the screen, that's at 0. So if it goes below 0, we've gone off the screen. So we can just say if g.textRect x is less than 0. So if it is less than 0, we want to do something. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that text x velocity is a positive now. So we'll say g.textxvel, and we'll say it's equals text velocity, which is already a positive number. Okay? And now I could move it and make it on the screen too, but it's only going to be one frame that is ever off the screen, so I don't actually really care. And I'm going to do this same thing for y. So I'm just going to yank this right here, and under the y, it's going to be the exact same story. And that would be moving up. If it ever moved up off the screen to the top and it's below 1, we're going to make sure it's moving in a positive direction, and this should be y right here. So this is TextRect y, and it's y velocity. If y is ever less than 0, we are making the y velocity be the positive number. Okay, so the other case is what happens when the text goes off the screen to the right? Well, we could say it's the text width, but the problem with that is it's going to go off the screen, and let's just do that. Let's just make it be that. So I'm going to say if it's greater than, and we already have a constant, this is screen width, right? For the x and for the y, it is screen height, and I'm making it greater than. Okay. Oops, I'm just going to copy this one real quick and revert it. There we go. Because I was overriding the other one. So now we're checking everything. We're checking all 4 directions. But we're going to see that the text goes off the screen to the right, all the way off the screen, and it goes all the way off the screen on the bottom. But the top actually bounces and the left bounces correctly. If I've done it right. Let's find out. Okay. And what we haven't done is set an initial. Basically, text x velocity is nothing right now. We need to set this to an initial value. So an initialize, I'm just going to set it down here. So we'll say g text x velocity equals text velocity. Yeah, there we go. Y velocity equals text velocity. Okay. That means no hard-coded numbers, so we can just change it up top whenever we want it to be a different speed. Okay. So we're going to see it go all the way off the screen and then bounce. And it didn't even bounce, so something's wrong with my code. Okay. So we've done something wrong here. And because I'm never setting it to a negative. So if we've gone here, we're going positive, but if we've gone off this side of the screen, we need this to be a negative. And the same with the second one down here, we need it to be a negative. See, it goes all the way off and then it bounces, but on the top, it's going to bounce correctly, and on the left, it'll bounce correctly. So we're not calculating the right side because the origin is the top left of the image. So we need to calculate that. So this is too simple. This is taking the x, but what we really want, the x is the left side of the image. What we really want is the right side of the image. We want to know, has the right side of the image gone off? So we're going to add the width to it. Rect.w. So that's saying wherever the x is, plus the width of it, that's getting the right side now, is that bigger than the screen? And for here, it'll be the height. Text rect and the height. There we go. So it's just going to bounce around the screen. And we can still change the background color. Okay, so it's a pretty short one. Let me just recover where we're at. So we are just adding in a text velocity constant up here. And we could change this. If we wanted it to run slower, we could put a 1 here. And it's moving real slow. And if we put, say 10. Okay. So 3 is okay. It's a good speed just to show off what's happening here. So we have this one constant that we've created, and then we've created a new procedure that is text update. Text update right here that takes in a pointer to a game struct. And we're just updating it, and then we're checking to see if it's still in the bounds. If x is still positive, we don't need to do anything. But if it's gone below 0, we're going to make sure the velocity is in a positive direction now to go the other way. And the same with the y. And then if x plus the width, which is the right side of the text, if that is bigger than the screen width, then we need to change our text x velocity to a negative version of the velocity. So that 3 will become a negative 3 and it'll start going the other way. And we're doing the exact same thing for the y. And we are just updating the game state right here. So we check events, we handle events first, then we update game state, and then we draw our game. Okay, so all our updating is going to happen right here. And it's pretty simple for this one, yeah. Nothing really major is going on. We're just kind of using the box around the image that we already have. We already have the rectangle with an x, y width, and height, so we're just calculating the right side of it or the bottom side, and we can just use X and Y by itself to get the top and the left. And we already have screen width and screen height as constants set above. Okay, so I think that's going to be everything for that video. I hope that was interesting or educational, and have a good day. Bye.